Hello YouTube family, welcome back. I just made my December video and now I'm going to talk about the Vedic full moon, which is happening on December 4th or 5th depending on where you live in the sign of Taurus and in the nakshatra called Rohini, which is such a powerful, beautiful, divine, feminine energy, which if you're sensitive, you're probably already feeling this energy, which we are moving into very soon. It's really earthy and embodied and really grounded and sensual and feminine and flowy. And if you haven't watched my December video, which I just made, I speak about the tarot for this month of December is ultimately it's the number 12 and you add up 12, which is the number 3, which is the Empress. And I just want to mention that quickly because I feel the Empress really is so Rohini energy, because she is just sitting in this abundant garden and there is that symbology of the flourishing garden in Rohini, because Rohini is all about this fertile, creative, feminine energy and it's really connected with nature. Taurus is such an earthy, beautiful sign that's connected with all of that nature and beauty and creativity and love. And Rohini to me is really a powerful embodiment of light, feminine energy, and connecting this full moon with the previous new moon, because this full moon is a combination of the new moon, of what we need to kind of release, let go of, and understand more deeply to integrate the themes of the previous new moon. And the previous new moon was in Scorpio, and Scorpio is more of the dark feminine energy, which is more about really owning your power and really being strong and courageous and delving deep into your shadows and transmuting energies, transforming yourself. And now moving into this beautiful light feminine energy of Taurus, of Rohini, is more about really opening up your heart and being really earthy and embodied and grounded in yourself and centered and at peace. And when you're in that peaceful state, you're more open, you're more receptive and trusting and loving and really in that divine feminine flow. And you're really following your intuition. When you're really in that energy, you just create and you manifest and you connect with love and you're just aligned in the most, you're just in the most aligned frequency when you are in that state. And Rohini has that power, and there is the ability of Rohini to create heaven on earth because of that energy of love and just being connected to your heart space and being so open and free. So yeah, very Empress energy. And this full moon in Taurus is also with Uranus, which is really powerful because Uranus creates like these sudden explosive changes within us, which will help us align deeper with our truth, with our authenticity, with our independence, which is really, really powerful. And this is all connected with our heart as well. Like, I have heard that the highest vibration isn't love, but it's authenticity, which is powerful because now we have the power to tap into the authenticity with Uranus, but also love and the heart space with Taurus and Rohini. And I feel like the most aligned place, the most powerful and aligned and beautiful space would be to be in that authentic love, which we have the ability to create with this energy with Uranus and with Taurus and Rohini. It's interesting as well, Jupiter will be going retrograde the day after this full moon, which indicates that we will be going back into Jupiterian, Jupiter being in Gemini, will be retrograding in Gemini, the day after this full moon, so it's not actually really aspecting this full moon, but it is still a significant shift because it's happening the day after. So it does indicate that with whatever comes up during this full moon, we will be reintegrating, revisiting, and renewing ourselves in some area of your life, not only to do with Taurus in your chart, but also with Gemini. So whatever houses you have both Taurus and Gemini are very significant in this month of December. So I also have written down, because Jupiter is going to be so significant this month, there is those themes of really needing to have more faith and trust. And with the Gemini energy, Gemini is also a lot to do with love, because it's to do with connection and friendship and fun and joy and just connecting. And this Rohini energy and this Empress energy is also really a lot to do with nature and nurture. So nurturing ourselves, our bodies, and feeling more embodied, more grounded, and more safe and more comfortable in our skin is a big theme. And the full moon is going to illuminate where we don't feel that way and where there's blocks, and maybe where we haven't allowed ourselves that space to feel some emotions that want to come up, because Rohini is ruled by the moon. That's our emotional state, our inner world, that shadow stuff that we set the intention with that new moon initially in Scorpio is going to come to a culmination point. And those shadow things that are coming up with this full moon is to do with our physical bodies and our self-esteem and our values, and maybe even to do with like the food that we eat, because Taurus has a lot to do with food and our senses as well. So all 5 of our senses, there could be any sort of insecurities or themes that come up to do with that. And it's a powerful day on the full moon to intentionally connect with all of your senses. So just have a really sensual day with yourself. Involve all of your senses, like light up an incense, get your room smelling amazing, have a bath, go get a massage, like treat yourself to some nice nourishing food, whatever it is that you want to do to help you feel safe and nurtured and nourished and comfortable. And the chariot is one of the symbols for this nakshatra. So the chariot really symbolizes how we need to move our energy, and energy is constantly moving. When we block our energy, when we stop moving, we are literally blocking our energy. Like I mentioned this, and this theme has been coming up in my life lately about the theme of water and how we need to allow our emotions to flow like the waves of an ocean and like the water. And if we don't, that's when pollution happens, that's when things get blocked, inflammation in our bodies, when we're not allowing our emotions to just flow, just trusting that we can get through that, not judging ourselves, not judging that emotion, not being attached to it, just like allowing and surrendering and allowing, just allowing the movement of energy and flowing everything, just allowing it to flow. And yoga really helps with that. Somatic movement. I literally did the most powerful, one of my friends' dance, sort of embodied dance workshops yesterday, and it was so intense. It was called Wild Woman, and that sort of movement is just so powerful. I really it was a lot for me. I cried so much, and I am still releasing and purging, and she is just a powerful woman. And I feel like doing somatic movement is just like so powerful. And just like dancing, it doesn't have to be serious, like just having fun, like going out and dancing, listening to music that you like, and just allowing yourself to move and be free and not judging yourself, letting your inner child come out and just like dance. I have written down that Taurus Rohini Nakshatra is Kapha, which is emotional and soft, and the shadow of Kapha is being a bit still and stagnant and too attached to an emotion and not being able to let it pass and let it flow, and just holding on stubbornly to that. And in holding on stubbornly to an emotion, you're also not allowing yourself to move and to grow and to expand and to change and transform in the flowing way. You're sort of resistant to that change. And I've written down to be grounded and still and centered in love, and through that stillness and centeredness, making space for yourself to feel and face the emotional truths that are coming through the shadow work that comes up. And then through that, you can then choose to align with what feels the best for all of your senses, and having a really safe, nurturing, nourishing experience for yourself emotionally. You can choose to change your thoughts and beliefs and focus and intention to align with your higher self and with what you truly desire and what truly aligns with your heart and your soul. And that's, it's really about reprogramming yourself and your life. And I've got written down to release old wounds and attachments, which is from that new moon in Scorpio, and to move into cultivating healthy attachments and connections, and also to really reflect on self-love, self-worth, self-esteem, values, material possessions, the food that you eat, how you view yourself and how you feel about yourself, and how you feel in your physical body and in your physical self, like just how it feels. And yeah, just to reflect on those themes, and you will know if there's things that need to sort of be addressed and to work on. And a lot of it comes through with Taurus energy. A lot of it is more like through physical, practical therapies, like exercising, like going for walks, like yoga, like breath work, dancing, just really connecting with yourself physically in your body, and really letting go of the mental, like overthinking, over analyzing mind. So really feeling more with this energy. And one of my really good Taurus friends she always says, feel more and think less. Think less, feel more. Think less and feel more. So I mentioned some affirmations and intentions for the month of December, which is really relevant still with this energy for this full moon. So I'll repeat it. My affirmation is to release, relax, and receive, which is so aligned with this full moon as well. Full moons are all about releasing, but also relax so that you can receive. And also the intention is to pause, to be present, and to be at peace. And also I'm going to add into this video is to think less and feel more. So I hope that you all have such a beautiful full moon and a really awesome month, and I will see you very soon in my next video.